Okay, so today we're going to be solving radical equations. And the equation that we're going to be using today is square root of 6x minus 35 minus x equals negative 5. Now, the first step to solving a radical equation is isolating the radical, which is this part of the equation here. So in order to do that, we're just going to rewrite the equation. 6x minus 35 minus x equals negative 5. And then, in order to isolate this, we have to move this negative x to this side. Now, in order to do that, we just do the opposite. So we add x, since it's being subtracted, to both sides. And then what you get from that is the square root of 6x minus 35 equals x minus 5. So as you can see, the radical is now by itself on one side of the equation, and x has been moved to the right, next to minus 5. Now, moving downwards, the next step is to square both sides of the equation. Now we're going to square both sides of the equation to get rid of this radical here. So first thing that we do is we rewrite the equation again. 6x minus 35 equals x minus 5. And then we put in parentheses around each side and square it. So this one's simple. This, all you have to do is rewrite this minus this radical sign. So it's just 6x minus 35. And that's it for that side. And then this side, coming over somewhere off into the corner of your paper, I'm going to use the box method for this. You just create your box, and it's x minus 5. So x, negative 5, x, negative 5. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Same here, negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and write out our thing here. So the first term is x squared. And then what you're going to do is take these two terms diagonal from each other and add them together. So that will make negative 10x. And then your last term is 25. And that's how you square both sides. Okay, your next step, step 3, is to solve for x. This is probably the easiest step out of all of them, because you just solve for x like you would any normal equation. So you write it out again. 6x minus 35 equals x squared minus 10x plus 25. And then, in order to solve for x, you just subtract 6x from here, and you add 35 here, and then you come on to this side and you subtract 6x from here, and you add 35 here. And that will get you nothing on this side, so it will just cancel everything out, leaving you with x squared negative 16x plus 60. So now that you've done that, we're going to have to do step 4, which is checking for extraneous solutions. Extraneous solutions are basically things that x couldn't be. So normally you'd write that as x does not equal, as a way to say that whatever this number is, it will make x equal 0. So in order to do this, we're going to do the x method of factoring. So come down here, create our x, and we'll put 60 at the top and negative 16 at the bottom. So how factoring works with the x is whatever's up here, you have to multiply to get to. And whatever's down here, you have to add to get to. And these two spaces are the numbers that will get you to these two. So what multiplies to get you 60, but adds to get you negative 16? And that is negative 10 and negative 6. So because we're looking for what x couldn't be, we have to find the numbers that would add together to these to make them equal 0. So just do the opposite. So if it's negative 10, it would be positive 10. So x equals 10, or does not equal 10. And since this is negative 6, it would be positive 6. So it would be x does not equal 6. And there you go. That's how you solve a radical equation.